Move it up. Come on, come on, guys. On the road. Hey. Yeah. Listen, Madison. You gotta keep that's right out.
Look who I found, everyone. Never mind my pepper tree.
Squeeze together here. Squeeze together. Squeeze together in as many spaces as possible. Clear out of the way if you're not. So we need to clear line of sight. Clear out of the way. Yeah, stay out of the.
Hey, Mel and Steve, thank you so much. The energy here is pretty electric. We're not going to stop. Hey, David. We're just outside the Dane County Courthouse, and the press conference is going to be starting momentarily.
Yes.
Thanks. I'm also looking for Esky and Taddy and everyone because I got separated. Yeah, Jenny's doing all right. She's actually going to be speaking, I believe, at the conference here. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't have my mic or anything. And we have Mr. Jake. Are you back for me? I know. I saw all your stuff there. Yeah. Davidson. Oh. For your teeth. Yeah. So beautiful to see. New York City. I'm losing my friend.
No, I didn't. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Yeah, it's never clear. Yeah. Why don't they were that shots? You're standing on the street, let's try to get in and behind. There's lots of room up on the balcony on either side. Hello. How you doing, buddy? Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This be protected. So whoever you need to talk to,
Yeah, make it happen.
make it happen, please.
Yeah.
Spend like what?
Is that what you know?
Hey, Ben. Hi, Islands Frankenwald. Thank you for joining. We're just outside Dane County Courthouse. And there's going to be a press conference happening momentarily. We're in Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah, please hit that like, subscribe if you haven't. Turn that bell on.
Where? Oh, there is.
It's pretty windy.
Oh. She was. Yeah. Oh, there she is. So. Oh. It's like it's like fast. There's a little.
All these accidents today, we're all at Ridgeland Farm.
Today,
Oh,
hello. Hi.
look who it is, folks.
My name is Zoe Rosenberg. I'm an animal rescuer and an animal rights activist.
Folks, please keep quiet so that we can get quality report. So.
Today, we saw a dark side of humanity. We saw law enforcement officers commit horrific acts of violence against our friends as they tried to provide aid to some of the most vulnerable among us. We saw our government side with a company that is caging and torturing thousands of puppies who, without rescue, will never know an act of kindness, will never know freedom, will never even know the feel of sun on their skin. Many of these dogs are sold to laboratories where they are forced to ingest chemicals and even have chemicals rubbed in their eyes. And ironically, the people trying to rescue them today had chemicals sprayed in their eyes. And I'd like to introduce one of those rescuers. Please join me in welcoming Jenny McQueen, an animal rights activist from Toronto, who was violently pepper sprayed today by the Dane County Sheriff's Office.
Jenny! The violence that we experienced today was off the chart. And yet, it does not compare to what the dogs go through. I was pepper sprayed in the face, and I was standing right next to Curly, who was being violently kicked by the police to try to stop him from coming through the fence. When they found that they couldn't kick him out, they grabbed him and pulled him inside. We couldn't tell if he was dead or not. I filmed him for like 2 minutes. And then thank God he was breathing. We just didn't know why they were using such violence on us. So many tear gas canisters, so many pepper spraying. I'm having a violent reaction to being pepper sprayed. I'm in agony. But yeah, those beagles are still in there. We need to keep fighting for them. This is the biggest action I've been at. I've been an animal rights activist for decades now, and I am so proud of you all here. I am so proud of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And what we need to do is make sure that Wayne is freed, and we want the beagles to be freed too.
Hi, I'm Curly. I wanted to make the first step to try and help these poor innocent animals out, and I was brutalized by the police. I was kneed in the head. I had pepper spray relentlessly poured in my face. Even at one point, my foot was run over by an ATV. Luckily, it's okay. But that's only a fraction of the pain that these innocent animals go through in Ridgeland Farms. Studying biochemistry in university through a master's program, I realized that vivisection is the most disgusting thing that is still allowed in the world today. They induce strokes in animals to test on them. They will induce pain in them to observe opioid receptors. This is absurd. This is disgusting. And this has to stop.
And now I'd now like to introduce Doug Moeller, who is an engineer from Ann Arbor, Michigan, who was on site at today's action. Welcome, Doug.
Hey there. So I was totally shocked today by the violence the sheriff's department used to protect the animal abusers. They were only there to help those animals, and they violently attacked us. I was outside the fence, not even inside, and they knocked me to the ground. Sprayed tear gas in my eyes, pepper spray, shot tear gas canisters at my body. I'm just shocked that the sheriff can act like this.
Me too.
I'd now like to introduce Vanessa Piazza, who is on site today as Wayne was arrested. She's a television producer. Please welcome Vanessa.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, we were on site this morning. We were with Wayne. There was a group of 10 of us who drove out. We were really hopeful that we were going to be able to have a peaceful conversation with the owners or law enforcement. And we were really hopeful that we were going to be able to have a surrender of all the 2,000 dogs without, we thought we might get there and be able to negotiate. We got out of the car and Wayne was immediately arrested. Nobody was given any information. We then stepped onto the property and tons of people in my group were taken right down to the ground. They were maced. There was so much excessive force used. There is criminal animal abuse going on in Madison at Ridgeland Farms, and the police and the authorities and the state, there were state police there, not only local police. All of the resources that were used today were used to protect these assets. These assets are innocent animals that have never seen the light of day. There are still 2,000 animals in there, and this facility has been found guilty of more than 300 counts of animal cruelty. This is criminal offenses. And and the only you know, the only people like today, the amount of force that was used against a peaceful group of people that were coming, and all these rescue agencies, organizations that had come with the hope to take these dogs to beautiful homes. Like, what a disappointment. We just left there feeling so disappointed. All of the resources that everybody used, you know, the Congressman Pocan spoke out the other day. You know, we thought we were making some headway. He bumped into some people on the airplane that were coming, and you know, he told them like, you know, the security people that are, you know, working for the facility, you know, they won't be there. You know, the police are going to be coming, and they, you know, this be on site. So we really, you know, we had high hope that we were going to actually be able to come to some sort of agreement. They used pepper spray aggressively right up against people's faces. Rubber bullets. We were shot with rubber bullets. This is like from, you know, not even being anywhere near a police officer. You're being shot in the back with rubber bullets. And the amount of gas canisters that was going right back into the dogs' facilities. And all we could hear, you know, you could hear the dogs crying. And I have to say, the sound of those animals crying, like, this was a really disappointing day. And the failure was the state, the government, the sheriff's office, everybody. That was the failure. Like, we are not going We'll keep going. There's going to be more publicity. There are lots of celebrities who are now getting involved. There are a lot of more government officials who are going to be stressed. We aren't going to give up. So they may have felt today that they had a win, but actually it was a huge loss. You know, it was a huge loss. And those animals are still there. And we had a chance. We had vehicles filled, organized rescue that were going to take these animals at finally better lives. And this is my friend Holly, who was with me today.
Hey guys, Liz and I drove from New York City. Well, we flew from New York City, planning on driving a car back. We had 20 adopters ready in Long Island in New York City, ready for these dogs. I was one of the first people on the scene. I was in Wayne's car. He immediately was arrested. As I peacefully walked up to the gates, I was tackled by an officer. I weigh 125 pounds. Twice thrown to the ground, his knee in my back. He pulled my hair back, sprayed my face with mace at close range, and then zip tied my hands behind my back and threatened me with a taser. While this was happening, Liz jumped over, they broke her nose and bashed her in the face with a mace can.
God, sickening.
We're still fighting for these dogs. Yes. We know it doesn't work. It's 95% decent. Listen, it is going to end, and we're going to keep fighting. Yes.
I'd now like to introduce Sarah Hewson, a brave mother who came here from Colorado to defend all mothers and their babies, including those being tortured by Ridgeland Farms. Welcome, Sarah.
As Zoe said, I'm a mother, I'm a teacher. I care so much about moms and babies, and that is why I'm here. I know what it's like to connect with your baby when you're pregnant with them. I know how horrifying it is if a child is missing for just a second even. And when I think about the moms and the babies in Ridgeland who are the moms are forcibly impregnated, the babies are taken away over and over and over again, and they have to keep facing that feeling, and it doesn't get better. I just had to act. I had to come here and help. And within a few minutes of just trying to help, I had goggles on, and a police officer moved the goggles so that he could spray me directly in the eyes. So for quite a while I couldn't see. I was so grateful for my team for guiding me because there was so much in my hair. over my face. It kept coming back into my eyes. And so I kept starting to regain a little vision and then go away and then it would come back. And so today I just keep experiencing the beauty of having your vision back. And it just keeps making me think of all the dogs who don't get their vision back. And how horrific that would be. And so anyway, I'm very disappointed that that so many officers did not take the side of moms and babies here today. But I am so incredibly proud of the people behind me. All the effort that was put into being here. And this is one step in what we're doing. And we're all gonna be able to say that we were a part of this, that we are taking ourselves one step closer to rescuing everyone.
I'd now like to introduce Liam Gray, who is the driver for Wayne's team at today's action and is the executive director of the Wilberforce Institute. Welcome, Liam.
So I was with the group that just came up. I think the first words out of, our intent was to go to start some negotiations with them. And I think the first words out of the police officer's mouth was "Put your hands behind your back." They had no inclination to work with us, no inclination to talk with us, no inclination to try to, resolve this peacefully. When I was in the army and I was in Afghanistan, we, encountered situations that de-escalation was required. And we always maintain the idea of escalation. Of you only go one step above if you're confronted by. And one step above arriving peacefully is not arresting people, is not shooting people with tear gas, it's not slamming people on the ground. So I think that the organization I run is actually a conservative organization that's dedicated to ending animal suffering. I think that this is, what we saw today wasn't about politics or no partisanship with it. It's purely the idea that these dogs deserve better. And, I think that our society should be judged by how we care for the most vulnerable. And how these dogs are being treated is clearly beneath us. It's also, where I've always my whole life been I've never wanted to be the person that's standing by while I'm seeing a crime being committed, while I'm seeing someone being hurt. And right now, there are crimes being committed against these dogs, and they're being harmed horribly. And so we just need to keep at it.
Yeah.
I'd now like to introduce Gavin Cooper, a 21-year-old Madison resident who came out here today to peacefully demonstrate and try to help the dogs. Welcome, Gavin.
Hi, I'm Gavin. I've lived in Madison since I was a kid. It's my home, it's my community, and I came out today to peacefully demonstrate and help save these dogs. I'm just disgusted and appalled that this is happening in my backyard, and I just don't want it to allow it to happen anymore. He showed up today to peacefully rescue 2,000 dogs that are tortured on a daily basis, and in response, I was pepper sprayed in the face, I was tear gassed, and I was shot by a rubber bullet right here. And Richland just needs to do what's right and needs to release these dogs. That's what needs to happen.
I'd now like to introduce Jamie Logan, who is out live streaming today's action, witnessing the violence that the police did against all of the people here today. Welcome, Jamie.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be standing here with all of you guys. Today, we saw the best and the worst of humanity. We saw peaceful activists show up with an intent to just show love, to show kindness in every single action, in our thoughts, in our words, and deeds. And yet we were met with all of the violence we've been discussing, the pepper spray, the bullets, the tackling, and ultimately we need to keep showing up with peace, with love, with compassion, because the world clearly needs more of that. Right? So if they want to keep coming at us with this type of aggression, we are going to show up with that much more peace and spread that into the community around us. Thank you so much, guys. We are going to keep going until every goddamn cave is empty.
I'll just say some words myself. You know, I feel really angry at what we saw today. I feel angry that we live in a society where it's acceptable for law enforcement to completely ignore blatant criminal animal cruelty and instead just brutalize the people who are trying to help these animals. And I personally recently was convicted of a felony and sentenced to serve 90 days in jail and pay over $100,000 in restitution for rescuing 4 chickens who were criminally abused by a slaughterhouse in California. And during my jail sentence, I served 14 days in solitary confinement. And during this time, there were many days where I was let out of my cell for less than 45 minutes. And even in that time, I was alone. And when I sat in my cell day after day, I thought constantly about all of the animals in cages. And from that position of being in confinement, of not being able to have any control over my own reality, of where I was, of what freedoms I had, thinking about those animals from that position, I just felt this creeping sense of panic, imagining being born into that life and not knowing if there would ever be an end. You know, I was so incredibly privileged from my jail cell to know that there would be an end, that a day would come when I was not in jail anymore, when I was not in confinement anymore. But all of the dogs at Ridgeland living in those cages, they don't know if there will ever be an end. And for some of them, there may never be, unless they will agree to release those dogs or people rescue them. The urgency to see animals free from cages, from factory farms, from laboratories, from all of these facilities of exploitation truly cannot be overstated. Most of us cannot imagine what it is like to be in their position, to day after day know nothing but pain and death and despair. And I hope that all of those dogs, I hope that they know that all of us are out here fighting for them to have a better life. Yes, we are. We recently got word that from jail, Wayne has been interrogated by the FBI. The government is continuing to crack down on us and leaving these dogs to suffer. Wayne has written some words from jail that he communicated to our jail support person. And I'm going to read those words from Wayne from jail right now. Wayne says, "We have been attacked. Now everything depends on how we respond, with courage or fear. Today, hundreds of animal activists were tear gassed, shot with rubber bullets, and assaulted by dozens of police protecting Ridgeland Farms. As I sit in a jail cell, I am feeling a mix of shock from the sudden escalation of violence and guilt for the failure to protect the people I love. Cordial conversations with Sheriff Calvin Barrett convinced me that authorities would respond to our movement with reason. I was wrong. Now we must care for our injured and defend those who are arrested. Leaders like me must be accountable for our decisions and ask forgiveness from all those who suffered harm while our movement learns from this moment. Above all, we cannot give up on our purpose. We cannot give up on the dogs. If we stay focused on this purpose, the repression will backfire. The public will see armed men attacking grandmas, desperately trying to save dogs, and their conscience will be awakened. That is what happened in India's struggle for independence, when armed British soldiers attacked peaceful activists simply attempting to gather salt. It's what happened when civil rights activists were attacked by police dogs in Birmingham in 1963. It will happen here too, as long as we don't give up the fight. The brutality of those attacking us will highlight the injustice of a system that uses state violence to defend the torture of innocent dogs. I don't mean to say this moment will guarantee the scale of change we saw in the 1960s. There were years of struggle and failure where activists and past movements saw the change they dreamed of. What those activists understood, though, is their sacrifice had purpose. Claudette Colvin, a young Black woman who was arrested 1 year before Rosa Parks, did not spark the historic movement. And the Black community in Montgomery could have responded to Colvin's arrest with withdrawal and fear, as a state-sponsored lynching spread across the nation, and would have been an understandable response. But they did not respond with fear. Rosa Parks saw the purpose in Colvin's brave acts, and instead followed in her footsteps. Parks' courage in the face of repression changed the world. In the face of broken systems, courage is often the only thing that does. So now we animal activists face the same question. We have been attacked, and our friends are hurt and in jail. But the dogs we love are still trapped in cages, and those brave activists' sacred purpose to bring those dogs into freedom and love shines brilliantly through their actions. As I sit in this jail cell, I cannot say with certainty what our next steps should be, but what I can say is this: our next step must be taken with courage. Pray for courage. Pray for the dogs. I would now like to introduce Amy Van Artsen. She is a local Madison resident and executive director of the Marty Project, and she is joined by Dr. Lowell Wickman, a Wisconsin veterinarian. Welcome, Amy and Dr. Wickman. And very good news, we're also joined by Dane County Supervisor Rick Rose.
Thank you all. It is such a pleasure and honor to be here today with all of you. I am so just proud of all of us and just how peaceful nonviolent you all have been. It's just truly an honor to be here. I am just so grateful for you guys to be here and present. We have been fighting Ridgeland for so many years now. I personally first heard about Ridgeland about 5 years ago in a media story. And it has just been devastating how much effort has been put in to save the animals to come to the farms. And yet none of those dogs have left the facility this day. 311 counts of criminal animal cruelty that were cited by DATCAP. And so it is just an honor to be here. I'm so proud of all of you. And I'd like to go to Dr. Lowe. Welcome down.
Unlike you, I'm not happy to be here. I didn't think we'd have to be here. 18 months ago, I came to this courthouse, just a regular veterinarian, to testify against Ridgeland and the abuses inside that facility. You know, we presented a really good case. It seemed like a slam dunk. We walked away that day thinking within hours we'd have a reasonable response from the judge. It took over 6 months to give us a prosecutor to even look at Ridgeland. And that prosecutor didn't even bother to go there. So I'm not happy to be here. I did not want to be here today. None of us needed to be here today. But when we were here today, we had a purpose, and it was to take those beagles home. I've seen a couple of the beagles at my practice. I've held them, I've nuzzled them, they're wonderful. And everything they've been through, they still wag their tails and lick your face. They belong on the couch, not in a cage. Sadly, some of those beagles that we tried to rescue today don't have voices. They've had their vocal cords removed from them. They have no voice. We have a voice. I left very disappointed. It was horrible. It was horrific, the treatment we faced. We're peaceful people. My motto is to do no harm to the patients I serve. We should be treated the same when we're trying to defend those people and those patients. We were harmed today, but we will not fail. Those dogs that have no voice, we have to be their voice. We will continue to be their voice. And this has empowered me to go further. I did not want to be here today, but we're here. Thank you all for being here. You make me so happy.
Everyone, I'm so pleased to introduce you to Dane County Supervisor Rick Rose, who has been one of the most tremendous advocates for the Beagles. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, as Amy said, I've been 4 years into being a Dane County Board Supervisor, and it truly saddens me that I'm the only voice as an elected standing here tonight. Yeah, and thank you. And also on behalf of the people I represent, which is this 15,000 of the 450,000 people in Dane County, I am so effing sorry. This should never have happened. We say this thing in Dane County that we're the Dane County way. We're so progressive. We care about our people. We love our dogs. We do all this and that. We're so good. It's all freaking intellect. No one takes to the streets like you guys do and do the work you do. And I do know what it takes. You know, we receive emails and calls and letters of support as we're supporting you from people. I met people the other night who aren't even from Dane County. So once again, to all of you, it is a great county, but it needs work. And this is embarrassing. And thank you all for showing up for these dogs. Lastly, when the doctor just said, this has been going on a long time, as we know. The movement on the board to try to get what we've all accomplished by Mark Pocan, getting this in front of a White House representative, hearing from our gubernatorial candidates in Wisconsin that this won't happen. It is about the future. Even though we may not have been successful today, it is the roads we're taking and the little bit at a time that we're taking and moving along. Lastly, back to the doctor's point, I am one of the two county whatever I am, I'm just a person that cares. I walked into that facility only after they agreed to allow me in the facility. It wasn't easy. That's all I can tell you. From walking in that facility, I wish I was looking at those faces right here, right now, standing here, that they had the voice to tell these motherfuckers. They have a big voice. Lastly, as I wrap up my term, it's very ironic. I'm in the process of transition, but my fellow colleague, Michelle Ritt, will keep this fight going, and she's been on the board a long, long time. I will continue the fight, not even as an elected, because that's what we do and we need to do. I will tell you in the last week, as an elected, I do sit on public protection and judiciary. We are the oversight committee for the court and for the sheriff's office. So I got nothing to lose, y'all. I really don't. I have fought this sheriff's department who tried to take hand mail away from the residents. He tried to not allow residents to have hand mail. He said it was because opioids were coming in. Even though I also oversee the opioid oversight committee. There is no proof, zero proof that an inmate has ever died or a resident has ever died because of opioid infested mail. So what you're hearing from the sheriff's office is not always the truth. I'm not here to attack it. I'm not here to attack the good work they do. but I'm here to tell you it's not always the truth. And we need to push forward the truth. So all I'm saying is I will do all I can, but I need you guys there for me. I really do need your voice. Because you have the voice of these parts. Thank you so much, and thank you.
The tide is turning against Ridgeland Farms, and I also now have a statement from Stephen Donziger, a world-renowned attorney known for his legal battles with Chevron. He says, today is a historic day for the animal rescue movement and a significant day for the right to protest in this country. This action at Ridgeland, impressive in its scale and powerful in its moral force, has drawn exactly the kind of response that demonstrates its effectiveness. As I learned through my own experience while being targeted by Chevron for winning the Ecuador pollution case, if there's no response to activism by a corporation engaging in abuse, then you're not really getting to them. I stand in full solidarity with Wayne Chung and all those who have been arrested, and I am completely appalled that Wayne was subjected to FBI interrogation upon being taken into custody. A move that confirms the fear this action has generated among those who profit from corporate animal abuse. Let us be clear. This action challenges the deep corporate corruption of Ridgeland Farms and is a symbol of the broader corruption embedded in the entire animal testing industry. The same kind of entrenched, lawless corporate power I faced when I fought for justice in the Amazon. With massive public attention now focused on what happened here, the profiteers who own Ridgeland Farms and who benefit from animal torture will now face even more scrutiny for their corrupt actions. Now, I think that we are all in agreement that what happened today does not mean that the fight for the Ridgeland dogs is over. We are going to keep doing whatever we can to get these dogs out of there. So we are going to march to the state capitol, and Aiden is going to give us instructions on exactly what we are going to do. But let's get ready to march for these dogs, to march for their freedom.
So everyone knows that our ask with this campaign has always been simple. We're just asking the law enforcement to do their duty and ensure that criminal animal cruelty is not allowed to continue at Ridgeland Farms.
Maybe stop shooting innocent people trying to help.
And stop shooting innocent people trying to help. I agree with that. That'd be nice too. It might be too much to ask, but one thing at a time. So there's been a bit of a hot potato situation between different law enforcement agencies that say they're not responsible for this. We're used to that, right? Well, the buck in this case might really stop with Josh Kaul, who's the Attorney General of Wisconsin. And Josh has been trying to say that his office doesn't have authority over this, or he's been trying to say that because of double jeopardy, because Ridgeland reached an agreement with the special prosecutor, they can't now be that Josh Kaul doesn't now have the authority to go in and prosecute Ridgeland again. The problem is that doesn't apply if you found that past conduct was criminal animal abuse and you reach a settlement for that, you can't keep engaging in the same criminal animal abuse. That doesn't apply to that settlement. So Josh is wrong about the double jeopardy application. And he's also offered that, look, this is just a local issue and it's not appropriate for the state to get involved. Here's the thing, guys. Wayne in jail today was visited by agents from the FBI and interrogated by FBI agents. So that makes it very clear. And anyone can open up the New York Times website right now and find out that this is not a local story, right? So we're going to ask Josh, and I'm not trying to be aggressive here. This is a request. We've seen some folks come around to the right side of this issue recently. I'm very, very grateful that Mark Pocan, congressman from this area, including representing Ridgeland Times, has realized that it is not, he wants to be on the right side of history and say no more criminal animal abuse at a dog factory farm in his district.
and we want to just ask Josh to make the same decision. So we're gonna march over to the state capitol, which is right there. You can see it. It's just a couple blocks. And we're gonna demonstrate asking Josh to take action. So, this is in the spirit of a request, Josh. We're really asking you, please step up, put a stop to this. No more tear gas. Do the right thing. Get these dogs out of hell. So just like on the site, we're gonna try to just move in an orderly fashion and we're gonna head over there, but let's make noise while we do it.
I don't know. I only saw her here.
She did speak, right?
Yeah, she did.
Okay. It's too late. It's I want to find her though.
I don't know where they brought her.
Yeah, she was maybe
Free the dog. Stayed up past midnight.
Where's Patty? Oh, sorry.
She's really just.
well, she needed treatments.
What? Sorry, guys. So we're headed.
The images are golden.
Sorry, I'm just trying to group with my people here. And just an FYI, later this evening, I might be doing a live stream with some of the activists, the ones that are from Toronto, just to talk about what happened today. I'm sorry, hold on. Sorry about that. Just to, share experiences and, kind of and see what happens. So, hold on. Yeah, we have Peter and we have the most amazing Jenny. Everybody loves you. You know that. Patty, say hello.
I saw her banner too. That was railing. Yeah.
And this is far from over.
I'm not there now.
And if we have to come back again and again and again, we will.
Sure they'll use
Oh, you know what? I actually saw Jake. He was right. I lost him.
it. Catch her.
Funny thing, in the middle of when we were over at Ridgeland today, I literally bumped into Jake. I saw him and I was like, Jake.
And now we're marching to.
It was kind of funny. Thanks, Spooky.
Where's it coming?
We'll talk about that later tonight in my live. I lost SP. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. I lost SP.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
We're all marching now.
Yeah,
So you're live on YouTube?
I am. Until my battery dies. I lent my battery pack to
Yes, good.
SK.
Were you recording the whole?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh, you heard me on Jake's mic? Yeah, my face feel like I can still smell the tear gas. I can still taste everything. It's absolutely gross. My throat is so sore. That's okay. That's nothing.
Let's try to go faster.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we get still.
Yeah, okay. Sorry guys, it's gonna be a little bumpy for a few minutes.
We don't have to run.
Yeah.
You doing good.
Yeah, like this.
Hey. Oh, you got a pen? Yeah, okay.
Sorry?
Right? Like I recorded you.
Oh, well.
And you're going, yeah.
See my dirty boots? All over. Oh. Yeah. Yep. And just an FYI, everyone, Taddy is like super activist. Tell them about this. Tell them about, yes, do it.
I'm just I feel like I'm just a regular human being that cares, you know, and I mean, when I say something wrong, yeah, I feel like we need to take action, right? It's not just about it's like concept of non-violence. It's not just about not committing violence, but whenever we see violence happening, you know, we do our best to stop that violence. I know, like today, maybe, you know, like we're feeling a little bit hopeless in some ways to not have been able to get the dogs out. But at the same time, like to see this movement, the way it's happening, you know, these efforts and all these people coming together for animals with so much passion, you know, and the efforts are pretty decentralized. So people brought their own energy, their own tools, their own ideas. It's really amazing to see it happening. And we're onto something here. We can definitely achieve, you know, a change in the law. We obviously like the main goal of these efforts are to get the Beagles released from being incarcerated, from being in that prison, you know, being tortured. But I believe that this what's happening here now is something much bigger than that. Uh, and it's gonna go way beyond Richland Farms. It's just gonna inspire so much more momentum and so much more for the movement that we can ban animal testing, you know, and we can take like many different animals and different species from cages. I'm right here.
No, I have bird plants. No.
Me too. David says summer statue. Nice to see you too, David. I wish you were here with us.
Axel, I don't have noise cancellation. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't have like a mic or anything because this was completely not planned for today. It was supposed to happen yesterday. So this morning when we were sorry, I'm a little distracted. When we were on our way for our meeting and our briefing and training and everything, our location got changed. And then we got another notice saying that, nope, we're heading to Ridgeland now. And yeah, like we all just went but I'm gonna, like I said, I'm going to do a live later tonight and Taddy will be there and depending how Jenny's feeling, maybe she'll be there as well. And there's 2 other activists and we're just gonna talk about everything that went down today. Oh, David. I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to get into it after. Yeah, I think Jenny has to go for treatment because she was had a horrible reaction to, I don't know if it was mace or if it was the tear gas, but I made her like a ice pack, like ice and water in a Ziploc bag to help stop like the burning and whatever. So believe it or not, she's looking a lot better than what she did even an hour ago. So I wish I was taller. Oh, I think I found Esky. Okay. Oh yeah, there's Esky. Nice. Those are my Toronto peeps up there. Just when she's gone. Hey! Teddy. Yeah, they're right up there. Nice. There's Esky. There's Tanya's daughter, who I always forget her name. Oh, I'm so sorry. Um, what's Tanya's daughter's name? I can't remember. And I always refer to her as Tanya's daughter. Sandra. Sandra got hit pretty bad with tear gas and everything. And yeah, Jenny and Peter. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7 of us. Oh, hey, Nita. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Come on down, Axel. We'll still be here, Axel. So come on, get moving. And there's Zoe. Awesome girl. Set them free! Set them free! Set them free! These are late, you know. There. Free the dogs! 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 What? Oh. Pumpkins. Set them free! Set them free! Set them free! Justin.
Everybody!
We're in Madison, Axel.
There's no excuse!
Animal abuse!
Excuse! There's no excuse! The farm's no excuse! What do we want? Shut it down! What do we want? What do we want? Do we want it?
Shut it down!
Want it?
Now!
There's no excuse!
Animal abuse!
All right, everyone,
Thank you for
your phones. We're all going to call the Wisconsin Attorney General's office
pay attention, guys. Get your phones ready.
to actually enforce the law and prosecute Ridgeland Farms for animal abuse and cruelty and work with us to rehome all of the dogs in Loving. Everyone, pull out your phones. I'm going to read out the phone number now. The phone number is 608-266-1221. As soon as you hear the menu, press 4. And if you are a Wisconsin resident, you can make note of that as you leave a message. Ask that they enforce the law, prosecute Ridgeland, and work with us in rescues to rehome the dogs. The number is 608-266-1221. And once you get to the menu, press 4.
Reese's are awesome.
Let's be quiet.
Sorry. Can I borrow my cat? The charger? Yeah, please.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm gonna go down. So it's colder up here.
All right. Look. Excuse me. I just saw Peter and we'll go see if we can find Jenny. Hey, Peter.
Hey,
People are asking about Jenny.
yeah,
Do you mind if I?
over there.
Oh.
But I can tell.
Oh, okay, sure. Oh, poor. I don't want to go.
See, every so often there, she has to
Yeah, put the ice.
improvise and everything. She's actually
Okay.
doing better than she was. Someone gave her some something to use, but
Okay, awesome.
yeah. So she was tear gas, but also pepper spray.
Yeah.
Pepper spray more that's getting to her, and she's been waves of paint, and her face was like beet red for a while, and it's horrible. But and when we went to the local, the closest pharmacy,
Yeah.
they said,
Oh, they were sold out.
cleared out. It was like, of course they have.
Wow.
Anyway,
Everybody loves you too, by the way.
thank you.
Everyone's showing you the love.
Oh, love her.
Yeah.
Love you back.
That might not know what it is.
Yeah, and I was told that the pepper spray that they were using, and this is from people that were at the riots in Minnesota. Yeah, and they said that that pepper spray is it's army grade. Like, yeah, so it's not just regular, like it's special. Yeah.
Like depressing a foreign force or something.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy. So
Hopefully this will all backfire on.
yeah, exactly.
The extreme excessive force that was used to stop peaceful protesters who simply wanted to see enemy free.
Yeah, and right from the get-go, like we didn't like the minute we set foot there, it was tear gas and
Warning.
nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Back away from the fence or pepper spray.
No.
Yeah. I've seen some video. None of that. It's just
No.
tear gas after tear gas. I couldn't believe the tear gas after tears.
Wow. So I guess we're kind of wrapping up here. I think we're wrapping up here for now. Yeah. Okay. Hey guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up for now. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the support. You guys have no idea how grateful I am to have you guys.
Right, but he was always a great dog.
Just do one quick. Everybody's calling. I don't know if you got that phone number, but please write it down. Please call. I'm happy that I was able to be here, Spoopy. Hey, Nita. Yeah, me getting here was a story in itself. Oh, but it's a good one.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, Jenny's doing much better. Oh, we're not done, so don't move.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Hello.
We are joined by Scotty Gilbertson, who's a former employee of Ridgeland Farms. Yeah. And he was part of efforts to see Ridgeland prosecuted for criminal animal cruelty. He testified in court, sharing his experiences working at Ridgeland and all of the violence that he witnessed against the dogs there. Please join me in welcoming Scotty.
Thank you everyone for coming out.
You're a hero, Scotty!
I just want to say it means so much for all of you to come out and support, and this is just so amazing to see everyone out here. For those of you who don't know, I went undercover at Ridgeland Farms and helped to expose criminal animal cruelty. I testified in court about the cherry eye surgery that I was told to assist with only 3 weeks into the job with no training. And it was very cruel. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for everyone coming out, and I'm not going to stop anytime soon, and I don't think any of you guys are.
No! Scotty, this one's for you! Ridgeland Farms, Animal Cruelty! Ridgeland Farms, dog abusing! Ridgeland Farms, dog killing! Ridgeland Farms, dog killing! Shame on you!
Shame for what you do.
Ridgeland Farms, shame on you!
Shame on you for what you do.
Blow your heart! So, blow your head! Ridgeland Farms, you have blood on your heart!
Ridgeland Farms, you have blood on your hands.
There's no excuse for
Animal abuse.
animal abuse! And there'll be no rest for animal abuse! Shooters alive!
Animals do not want to die.
Folks, I'm at
once again gonna ask you to pull out your phones and make another phone call. We're gonna call the Wisconsin governor and ask him to direct the attorney general to prosecute Ridgeland Farms for animal abuse and cruelty and help us rescue the dogs. Again, make sure to say if you are a Wisconsin resident. All right. The phone number is 608-266-1212. That's 608-266-1212. Yes, one more time. One more time, the phone number is 608-266-1212. We're asking the governor's office to direct the attorney general to prosecute Ridgeland Farms for criminal animal cruelty and help us rescue the dogs.
Hello, my name is Carolyn.
Don't press 4.
608-438. Direct to Mr. Hebrews.
Oh, thanks so much, Allison. Thank you, Axel.
The dogs the loving that are waiting.
Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, and there's Jamie. So many awesome people here today. Every single one of these activists. There's Peter. Oh, Jenny's speaking with Jenny, so we're just going to leave them be. You know, even though we were here for a really horrible reason, I mean, the one thing I have to say today, for a brief second, when we were just outside of Richland and, you know, there was on one side, there was like tear gas and, sorry, there's the tear gas and, and all the crazy stuff that was going on. And then when you just looked across the other side of where the dogs are being held, it was so beautiful. And all we could think about was, you know, those dogs, those poor, beautiful dogs should be running in those fields, like playing in that grass. Like it was such a beautiful space. And, you know, right across those dogs being tortured and ugh, horrible.
I didn't even think.
Yeah, Jenny's the trooper, all right. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking for my people again. If you see them, shout out. Are they sitting? No.
Free the beagles, let them run. Free the beagles, free the beagles, let them run.
I couldn't get in because the cop set up the entrance. Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Found them. Found two. Oh, how dare you?
I'm sorry, you're live. I just announced to the world.
It's okay. I don't think they heard. I mean, even animal activists have to go pee sometimes. Yeah, Allison, it was so emotional. You know, and when you're there, it's kind of hard to, well, at first, when you first get there, you realize what's actually happening because you know you're right there. You see the building, you know the dogs are there, and you just want to go get them. Like that's all you want. You just want to go get them. And it just breaks your heart. But then you have to pull yourself together and, you know, remember why we came, and then just focus at the task on hand and just, you know, just focus on working as a team and just get them out. And we're not done. Just because right now we didn't get any dogs out, that doesn't mean that's not going to happen. And if no dogs are released while we're here, I mean, we will be back. Like that's not even a question. So, and our numbers will multiply. Like we were, what, almost 2,000 people today. And that was with the tornado yesterday, which that's a whole other stream. That's that'll be a whole other discussion. My very first tornado warning and experience, so that was fun. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Spooky. We need some laughter. We need to lighten the mood. But yeah, our numbers will just get bigger and bigger. The more they just keep holding on to those dogs and hurting them. Hey, guess who we found? How are you?
My phone died
Oh no.
a little bit, but.
Oh, do you
I
want my
lost
charger?
cord.
Oh,
No, I'll be all right.
you're okay. Sorry. Say hi to everyone. I'm still on. Oh,
Bridgeland needs to let the dogs go.
yep. So I saw you
Yeah.
right in the battlefield.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just-
didn't go exactly as we expected.
No.
Sucks that we weren't able to get in and rescue any dogs, but it's
Yeah.
not gonna stop us. We'll
Exactly.
keep coming back until we get them.
That's right. Yeah, and our numbers are just going to get bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you. Seeing you again.
You too. Ah. Okay. Okay, Nita. Thank you. Thank you so much.
There's an entrance, like, where you can get in.
Let's take a walk up here.
Yeah.
There's still so many awesome people. Some exercising going on here. Yeah, Jake is amazing. He's awesome. He's also very tall, by the way.
Airplanes as so.
I wasn't, I mean, I wasn't like saying it like that. I was right.
Holding you.
It's so amazing. And I took a video when we were standing in front of the county, what is it? Is it the courthouse? And the people, I'm gonna post it later, but the support, like we were all standing out there, we were chanting, and you know, cars would go by and they were beeping and cheering us on. It was so nice to see, and it was really, really, really encouraging. Who announced us? Oh, so at the yeah, so Axel, this was only supposed to happen tomorrow, as you guys all know, and the original meeting place where we were gonna do our drills and practice and do our training and stuff. When people started showing up this morning, there were police cars there and, yeah, so they were like, all right, change of venue. And we were going to meet at a different place. And while we were on our way to that second location, we got a third notification and said, nope, we're going straight to Ridgeland Farms. It's happening now. And we all just got there. And when we got there, well, when I arrived, we met the sheriff's car that was carrying Wayne away. So we kind of gave Wayne a peace sign and he could see like, and there was a bunch of cars behind us. So I'm sure that made him feel so good to see, we were there, we were arriving. And, and at first, I mean, obviously there were some police there, but they were not expecting us to be there like that. So, then they started showing up, but it was, I'm sure there's people like infiltrators throughout like this whole process because everything's posted online. It was an open rescue. So, nothing was hidden. And even when we were having our Zoom calls and everything, Wayne would get on, and he'd be like, hey everyone. And then he'd say like to anybody like who's a spy or, actually not part of this, welcome. And you can still find all their stuff online.
Stay put. That's what we're doing.
So, yeah, there's definitely like infiltrators for sure. And I can guarantee you, like any of these activists here, nobody would have said anything at all.
Yeah, you're honestly like I'm gonna be stopped again.
Like, okay.
Our other Toronto activists. So, and at one point, so when I arrived this morning, I wasn't with like my team or anything because I was just with my roommate, who I'm staying with. And so I got there and we were just like, all right, there was a team going up, straight up to the farm, excuse me. And so I just went with them and not even within 5 minutes, they started pelting us with the tear gas. It was pretty crazy. No warning, no, like we had just gotten there. We hadn't even done anything. We were just walking. And yeah, that was pretty insane. Yep, that's it. We're going to see Scotty. Uh, but I mean, I still have like all I smell is the sulfur and it's in my hair. Every time the wind hits my face, I have to be careful because it hits my eye and then I've got like a brief moment of tear gas in my eye. just the residue. And my throat is so sore. It's like my face still feels like it's burning. It's a little crazy. So before I shower, I'm gonna have to Google, how to get rid of tear gas.
This guy?
Because I don't know, like if I shower, because it's in my hair, is it gonna run down my face? Like, what's gonna happen? This is like. Yeah, in 10 minutes they're going to do a debriefing. So
I call him retreated like
Oh yeah, my point at the beginning, I had found the group of people that I was actually with. Oh, there's a quick shot of Jenny. She's recovering. I don't want to be bothering her. Oh yeah, so some of the people that I was with, they were all from but they were from I think Minnesota, they said, and they had been through all those riots that was going down there. And as soon as we saw the first canister get tossed, like they grabbed me and they told me they told me exactly what to do, you know? And so I'm really grateful for them. I'm actually trying to find one of the girls because I bumped into her earlier, like on our way here, or actually when we got here. But super amazing people. They
For a while, you guys remember?
and my roommate, Marina, she hey Jenny, everyone is concerned about you. They all love you.
Oh, thank
They're all wishing you the best. You look much better. Yeah.
My face is like.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, it was swollen. It was.
My eyes.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad I could help.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So here, there we go.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my God, such pain I've never experienced.
Yeah.
But yeah, like full on my pepper spray.
Yeah.
That's absolutely like actually see the dogs.
Yeah. Well, at one point we were on the side, like, aside from the main entrance, and we were in the bush, and they started firing the guns at us, like the rubber pellet bullets or whatever, and they threw a canister at us.
Yeah.
So we had to get the hell out of there too. Like it was. Yeah, like, and it's like I smell like it's sorry, it's in my yeah, it does. I think it's gonna take a while. Like
I need to go and get like shot.
yeah.
Yeah. I need to move that way. They want us to move the other side of the mic.
Oh.
This way, that's the speaker.
The guy next to me got to
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I don't
Ooh, thank you, Spooky.
I got it.
That would not be a pleasant experience. Yeah, I think I'll wash my hair first before I actually get the shower.
I don't have that hope.
Excuse me, everyone. Hello. All right. While the Dane County Sheriff's Office is brutalizing animal rescuers, we have Dane County Board of Supervisors who are ready to hold them accountable. We are joined now by two supervisors, Rick Rose and Michelle Ritt, and Andy Van Arson, who's the leader of the Marty Project, ready to free the Beagles.
I just want to say a few words before Michelle comes up. I've had the absolute pleasure of working with both Rick and Michelle this past year. I sent an email back in July to Dane County. Sorry, can you hear me now? Okay, I'm gonna adjust this a little bit. Okay. So I sent an email back in July about the animal cruelty happening at Ridgeland Farms, and the response was phenomenal. Immediately, I got emails from Dane County Board of Supervisors. People really cared. And these two individuals here, Supervisors Ray and Rose, worked with us expediently to get a resolution passed. And so in October, we passed Resolution 119, which called on DATCAP, which is the entity that regulates Ridgeland's license at the state level. The resolution called on DATCAP to revoke Ridgeland's license. And so I'm just so honored to be with these two individuals here, and I'm just so grateful that they're here. So please give Supervisor Michelle Ritt a round of applause.
Hello, everyone. I am honored to be here and honored to stand up with you for these dogs. So I spent most of the day up north dealing with a flooding situation. So I'm sorry that I'm arriving late to our glorious party here. I went the speed limit if the sheriff's office is missing all the way down 151 from up north. I spent a lot of time listening to the live coverage today, and I am appalled by the behavior I saw with law enforcement. Absolutely appalled. Law enforcement today, to me, protected the abusers and not the abused. The fact that they used chemical weapons against rescuers of abused dogs makes me angry and sick.
Shame. Shame.
So much shame. We have a history of unjust laws in this country. There are a lot of unjust laws that allow this abuse of dogs and other animals to happen. Unjust laws need to be stopped. I will do whatever I can, policy-wise, to get these laws changed.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is time for animal cruelty to end. There is no reason why animal cruelty should exist. We no longer live in the 1920s or the 1820s. I believe in science. I married a scientist. Science has the answers to get all of this medical advancement without harming any animals. Ridgeland Farms needs to be closed immediately and permanently. I stand for justice. I stand with you and I stand with these amazing dogs. Let's keep up the fight.
Supervisor Rose is also going to say a few words. Thank you so much.
I just have to say one last thing. You can't beat that. And Michelle's heart is so golden. She'll continue the fight. We all will. But just standing with you and hearing the stories and seeing the rubber bullets, they're real. This happened. And when I was back there speaking, I didn't address what Michelle did so beautifully. All you talk about is the dogs. That's all I've heard today.
Yeah.
You came with peace and you were treated like the dogs with inhumanity. I speak to you as another human being. The dogs matter, but so do you. And we will fight for that. Thank you.
Sir, Jane has a question. Ask him again.
Will you launch an investigation into the law enforcement conduct today? Tear gas and rubber bullets.
Absolutely. Like Michelle said, we have issues with the chemical components coming in. And some of you even shared with me. There we go. Here's an example right here. This is real.
It exploded right in my face.
It makes you sick. And I've talked to countless people where this happens. So thanks for the question, Jane. Yes, as a member of public protection and judiciary, I will put on record 5 months ago, we dealt with an issue in Stoughton, Wisconsin. There was a family living in a trailer home. And a convict who had just killed his girlfriend escaped and just happened to walk into this house for refuge. The sheriff's department showed up with special tear gas. And as a result, this family is displaced. The county did not back them because they didn't file their insurance claim too early. This is not the quote Dane County way. So on that, I'm going to write that there are already concerns over our use of tear gas. And yes, on Monday morning, I will get with the chair of that department and jump on it as best we can with the help of Supervisor Ritt. So thank you.
Great question, Jane.
Yeah, that's what we got to.
Come on over. We're gonna go for dinner now.
All right, folks, just stay put for a few more minutes. Aiden's gonna be joining us very shortly, and he'll be leading a conversation, making some announcements, and then I think folks can probably go warm up after that.
Thank you, Zoe. We love you, baby. Thank you, Zoe.
She started.
13. That's when I first met her. She was 13. Was oh my God.
Oh wow.
She's like a fledgling. And look at her now.
Hi, Angela.
You're
Hi.
in London right now. You're in London.
Oh, hey, David.
It's to rescue the beagles, free them all. Rescue the beagles!
Free them all!
Rescue the beagles!
Free them all!
Rescue the beagles!
Free them all!
Because they feel pain.
Just like us!
They have friends.
Just like us!
They have families.
Just like
They
us!
do not want to be tortured.
Just like us!
They want to be free.
Just like us!
So free the beagles. Free the beagles.
Free them all!
Free the beagles. Free them all. Free the beagles.
Free them all!
Free the beagles.
Free them all!
Beagles.
Free them all!
Free the beagles.
Free them all!
Free the beagles.
Free them all!
Because it's one struggle, one fight. One struggle, one fight. One struggle, one fight. One struggle, one fight. Free the beagles.
Free them all!
Free the beagles.
Free them all! Free them all!
Beagles.
Free them all!
Because it's not science.
It's violence!
It's not science.
It's violence!
It's not science.
It's violence!
Okay, thank you, everybody. I just want to say thank you all so much. Everyone who came out today from wherever you came from. Some people came from across the street. Some people came from across the country. I came from California myself. But we're all together. We're all family today for uniting and try to achieve this one cause. And today we were thwarted. You know, we were humbled. We got our asses kicked in some ways. I saw my friends crawling on their hands and knees, snot coming out of their nose, tears falling down their face. I saw friends with lacerations on their body from rubber bullets. I saw a video of one of our friends knocked unconscious from being hit by an ATV by security. He was out for like 8 to 10 minutes, unresponsive. The police were over his body. It was terrifying to see. You know, I thought like this might be the first time somebody gets shot at a protest. And that didn't happen, luckily. But people were definitely subjected to intense violence. But more than anything, I was proud of the way everyone remained nonviolent and did so good to just protect each other and help each other out. I watched the medics on the green team, one by one, help flush people's eyes out with saline, and that was beautiful. And I saw people out in the distance on the yellow team stomping out the tear gas, stomping it into the mud. As soon as it would flare up, you would see it pretty quickly be dealt with. And so everyone just did an amazing job. When I showed up on the scene, I saw red team members or pink team members being tackled by police, unable to get in. They were trying their best. And then after they got tackled, then it was pretty wide open for a moment. And then people went up to the fence and despite all the tear gas, people persisted until it got open a bit. And my friend Misha, who bravely used a vehicle to push the fence over in one spot. That was amazing. And it was misreported as activists went full speed ahead and cops had to dodge out of the way, which was not the case at all. She just pushed it over. So that was amazing. I saw so many instances of people being so brave and taking action, and just everybody's here today. You're just very brave. Whether you're on the green team supporting like myself because you don't want to risk arrest, or you're on the yellow team willing to help the red team, or you're people helping with the breaching, you all didn't know what to expect. We never do. But you still tried your best. You came out and you gave it a shot. And it was wild. It was not the most prepared thing in the world. Last time we had a lot more time to prepare. This was a very short notice, but I'm so proud of the efforts that everybody made, including the organizers like Aiden and everybody else. I was so proud of that, and I was proud of everyone here. But the fight is not over. We still won't rest until all of those beagles are out of there. So I don't know what's going to happen next. I would say we'll probably tell people to go home and keep an eye on your phone. Maybe you'll get a message at midnight or 2 a.m. saying, let's go back to Ridgeland, or maybe tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah!
That's a possibility. I think we would need a lot more tools to make it work and protection, but we can do it. We can probably do that, and also keep your eyes out, because maybe we'll get a notification that some deal was actually finally made, and Ridgeland is going to surrender the dogs. In which case, we'll need your help to help carry them out.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. But yeah, thank you all so much. It's just been an honor. I've been so
honored to meet people last time, and it's just a month ago. It's hard to believe because I feel like these people have been my friends for years. And when I see them, I see a kinship in their eyes, and we really respect each other, and I appreciate that so much. And so this rescue's done a lot of things, but one thing it's done that's amazing is brought a lot of people together physically, and that's an important step that we've got to take in this movement, because you get so much more done when people physically come out to help and to do things. And I've met so many people, and I love it, and I want to meet you too. So if I haven't met you yet, come introduce yourself. My name is Paul, and I love you. I don't know you, but I love you. I love everybody. So thank you so much. And I'm gonna pass it over to Aiden shortly. He's almost here, I guess. But yeah, free the Beagles!
Free the ball!
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 Let's just have a moment for our brave friends that are currently locked up still, like Wayne and Misha and Aditya and Dean. I saw Dean come crawling on his hands and knees, snot coming out of his nose, and he had to sit cross-legged for a good 20 minutes, just crying and just trying to gather himself because he took a ton of pepper spray in the face and rubber bullets too. And then he got himself together and he stood up, dusted himself off, and went back. And he was standing on the hay bale, directing you all and doing his best to make this thing work. And so Aiden's here, so we're going to talk to him. But yeah, that was really amazing. And I'm proud of Dean and Wayne and Aditya and everybody who was arrested and everybody who was there at all. So thank you so much. And I'm going to pass it off to Aiden now. Thanks, everyone. It's not actually as cold as it was a little bit ago. Is it feeling a little bit warmer? Feeling better?
Yeah.
No.
I'm
Okay.
fine.
We are not going to keep you out here for very long. I know you're all tired. I personally am still very much feeling the physical effects of the tear gas and the pepper spray and a big old welt on my leg. So I'm sure I know many of us are all feeling the same way. I just want to acknowledge that today did not go like many of us hoped and maybe expected and aimed for it to go. And there were parts of that were out of our control, but a lot of it just comes down to we did not expect this reaction from the police to nonviolent protest, and maybe we should have. They were kind of, I don't know if they were kind of sending us intentionally deceptive signals or if we just ignored all the signs on the road. And I know many people in this crowd were messaging me and messaging Wayne for weeks before this saying, what if they use tear gas? What if they use pepper spray? What if they're really aggressive? And Wayne was just sensing from his conversations with the sheriff that that's not the direction they were going to go. And we thought that there was this strong private security presence. And that seemed to kind of wane in the last few days. So point is, that was a big miscalculation. I just totally underestimated how the police would respond. And that's partly on them for being wildly inappropriate, but it's partly on us for not being realistic about what, what was in front of us. So I apologize for the way that this didn't go according to plan. That said, I hope everyone is connected to what an incredibly historic and unprecedented moment this was for our movement. And what I'm working towards is getting some feedback from you all about what our next steps are going to look like. So I hear some enthusiasm about that.
Wow.
Honestly, okay. It sounds like I got my answer. So all this rambling that I was going to do, if maybe I could skip it. But is Natalie in the crowd? Natalie Fulton? I feel like she's going to help correct me on this quote, but she told me this story of someone that she always quotes who it was a person at an industry conference, this like person who just his whole job is researching the animal rights movement and how to undermine our goals. And he was speaking to a conference of, meat industry executives and explaining how the animal rights movement goes through these cycles, these ebbs and flows. It goes through periods of strength and periods of kind of decline and dormancy. But every time it comes back, it crests higher. And the point that he was trying to press upon these industry people was these people are not going away. They are never They are going to keep coming back. Every time it's going to get bigger. And he said, you are in for the long twilight struggle. And I think the one thing that's wrong about that is that we are going to go away at some point when we win. So we're not going to have to be out here forever, but it might be a long time. But right now I'm feeling hopeful because what happened today, I mean, I was trying to think beyond the animal rights movement, when has there ever been an act of nonviolent civil disobedience that was like trying to break into a place and actually get confined beings out, like actually get them out? At this kind of scale, like out in the open. If someone is correcting me for saying something that was like this before, then I'm sorry, but I don't think it's probably on this scale. So this was really nuts. And we learned a lot, and we learned it the hard way in a very physically painful way that will make us remember it effectively. Promise you, I'm going to be doing a lot of reflecting, but it makes us want to go back. So we're here in Madison. We have more time, and I think we have nothing to lose. If I was being honest, I think one reason that I didn't want to think about tear gas and pepper spray was because I just hoped it wouldn't happen. One reason is that it was going to take a lot of extra work and to prepare, and I was already preparing for all these other things that we knew were going to be there, and I was just overwhelmed. But another reason is I didn't want us to show up looking like we were there for warfare, right? I didn't want us to show up in goggles and gas masks and helmets. Those of the things, and folks might have heard me saying this out in the field, the gas stings, it takes you out, it knocks you down, it makes you feel like you want to throw up, but it fades pretty fast. The pepper spray lasts longer, it's on your skin, it hurts for a long time, but you know, you're not in it. I mean, for people who got, I mean, it's copious amounts of, that was ridiculous. Copious, totally inappropriate amounts of pepper spray.
Yeah.
They're prying people's goggles off and dumping entire, tanks of pepper spray on someone's face. Someone got their nose broken by someone smashing a canister of pepper spray on their face. Utterly shameful, utterly reprehensible and shameful. But the pepper spray goes away too. I got a whole face full of it. And after, I was blinded and wandering around in a daze for about 30 minutes, but eventually it went away. But I was hit with a sandbag pellet. I think there were also some pepper balls. The projectiles, that's the scariest thing for me. Those are really not a joke. Anything below the shoulders, it's just going to leave some really nasty welts, but those are going to heal. But anything neck above, that's really scary. We got to a point where people, and I know so many people here wanted to keep pushing through holes in the fence, and we tried. But I was so, again, it's just, so that's scary stuff. So we could go back. So, right. Okay. I was saying, I didn't want us to show up looking like that. Like we were ready for all this stuff and have it not be there. But now we have no choice, right? Because they showed us, yeah. They've showed us that they are willing, the lengths they are willing to go to protect criminal animal abusers. The extent of violence that they are willing to carry out on nonviolent protesters. So we have no choice. If we're going to be back tomorrow, we have to have swim goggles. We have to have gas masks. We have to be ready to face down that kind of violence. Yes. So, and when it comes to the projectiles, there are things we can try to improvise to protect ourselves. And it's simple: cardboard and duct tape combined into a shield to protect you and your friends from bullets flying at you. Wearing a helmet, even just a bicycle helmet, can protect your head. Something to protect your face, like a visor that a tool user would wear. It's not ballistic, it's not 100% safety, and there's real danger involved in this if we're going to go back. But we have all ourselves here, and like I said, other than if we try to be safe, we have nothing to lose. So I was going to say at this point, all right, so how are people feeling? I think it's pretty obvious how people are feeling.
Let's go back. 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 Let's go back.
Okay.
Let's go back.
So I'm going to tell you what I think the next few hours should look like. I'm going to suggest that we all regroup with our teams, recuperate, get back to a place that's warm and inside, and get fed and hydrated, rest up, cleaned up. We're gonna regroup and try to figure out what it's gonna take. So I don't know if any of these folks are here, but try to get the word out. There were a lot of people, even just during the action, trying to get offsite, get the kind of equipment we would need to protect ourselves and come back. And I know a lot of that was already purchased. So please get the word out. We're going to try to coordinate all of that. We're going to figure out when to go back exactly and what the plan is going to look like. Folks should expect at this point the police response the next time. I don't think it could possibly be more violent, but it will probably be bigger. There will be more of them there from the beginning. It'll cost them time and a half on a Sunday. So we love bankrupting the taxpayers of Wisconsin for protecting animal cruelty. We love that. Yeah, so look out for news. And sorry, so I mentioned, regroup with your teams, do a little bit of debriefing, talk through what you saw. And with the focus should be on, and I mentioned someone who's a psychologist does a lot of work with veterans. There's a risk that we dwell in a group on some of the most violent things that happen. That could be a little bit counterproductive to dwell on the kind of traumatizing aspect of it. One way out of that is to focus on what can we do, right? So focus on the action and the solution. So what did we see? What went wrong? And what can we do differently? So talk about that in your teams. Talk about how your team was operating, but also talk about the action as a whole. And I want lots of feedback. So I know folks were texting me ideas over the last weeks, and some of those you might rightfully be feeling right now, like, wow, I really wish Aiden and Wayne had paid attention to that thing that I said. And maybe I do too. So I welcome all those things now. Talk with your teams. Let us know what comes out. And we're going to be talking to and figuring out how we can safely go back and just save the dogs. Yeah. Force their hand. Now, there's one simple way that would save all of us, all those time and a half tax dollars, all those police officers, all the trouble. I want to tell you guys one story, actually, before I get any further. From my friend John, who was arrested today for the second time in a month at Ridgeland. He was there. John, here we go. Let's go. All the people who were arrested twice. And while he was lying on the ground in handcuffs for 6 hours, they were having some conversations back and forth with the arrested folks and some of the police. And, we always say, really be careful talking to police when you're under detention, but these were some experienced folks. And one of the police officers kept talking about how he had to tell his kids last night that they were going to see him on the news tomorrow defending this facility engaged in animal abuse. And how he had to explain that to his kids, and that's just his job and he had to do it. But that all the police officers were saying, look, we're on your side. This is just my job, right? And I think that's shit. I think it's not, you shouldn't do something that's wrong. Following orders is never an excuse for doing the wrong thing. But I don't remember why I told that story because I'm very sleep deprived. So I thought you'd enjoy it. That's one reason. We'll keep it. Maybe tomorrow they'll join us. There's John. That's the man who told the story right here. You ask him to call in sick. We're putting an enormous amount of pressure on the system right now. This is a huge national story. It's causing a crisis for Ridgeland. It's causing a crisis for the law enforcement that's refusing to act to stop criminal cruelty. So there are negotiations happening right now with Ridgeland. That's an easy out, right? We could save all this time, all this pain, all this taxpayer money, release the dogs, get it over with. And if you do not do it, all these people are ready to come back, and we're gonna come back. I know a lot of you were not expecting to go to Ridgeland today, but everyone was expecting. All 2,000 people who signed up for this action were expecting to go to Ridgeland tomorrow. So we're going to be back with 2,000 people tomorrow. We're going to be ready with 2,000 swim goggles and 2,000 gas masks if we can buy them out of every Walmart and other stores in, 50-mile radius. So let's get to work. Let's get to work.
Oh, I'm ready to.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna sign off now. We are going to, I think, head back to our hotel, try to get cleaned up. Wish us luck with that. Um, thank you so much for joining. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm just getting out of the way here. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. And think about us. Wish us luck. You know, hopefully a deal can be reached, or I don't know, maybe they release the dogs, but I don't know. But I will keep you updated. I will keep you posted. And yeah, free the dogs. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Allison. I love you guys too. Love you so much. And that's it for now. And yeah, talk to you soon. Okay. Bye, guys.
Hey, because